Let's move on to my first trend now. A guy, Brandon, you will not have to talk me into. That's Malcolm Mitchell. Taking a look at his snap rate. Now, obviously, if we go back to last week, disappointing game for Mitchell. He had just one target and one catch in Week 15, but that's kind of what you expect against Denver. There were only 3 targets to outside wide receivers for the Patriots in that game, 2 to Chris Hogan and 1 to Mitchell. But I think that you can kind of throw out any game for a wide receiver against Denver. So that's what we can do here. And if we look at the more important stat with Mitchell in this game, it's his snap rate. And in that game, he played 89% of the snaps, which was easily the most among wide receivers on the team. Chris Hogan was second at 69%, and Julian Edelman was third at 59%. Mitchell was at 78% of the snaps in Week 14, which was a big game for him against the Ravens. That was second on the team behind just Hogan, but this time, again, in Week 15, he outsnapped Hogan, which is kind of the more analogous guy to him than Julian Edelman would be because of the roles that they play. The week before that, Mitchell was at 85% of the snaps, and the big thing about that is that his targets have been kind of fluctuating, but not in the red zone. He has 35.71% of the team's red zone targets the past 5 weeks. That includes his lone target in Week 15, which was in the red zone. And that red zone target market share is fourth in the league among all wide receivers over that time. The big concern here is obviously game script, given that the Patriots are just huge favorites over the Jets. But if we look at games this year where the Patriots have won by at least 10 points and Tom Brady has been the starter, he has still averaged 36 attempts per game. And against the Jets' 31st ranked rush defense, that's enough for me to like Mitchell, especially with the Patriots' high implied team total. So I love Malcolm Mitchell this week for so many reasons. Brandon, are you in on the same boat with Mitchell as I am?